Alright, second part of the Frex16 tutorial. Now that we have the Frex16 software downloaded onto your computer, we're going to have an icon show up on the desktop. It's going to look like this. Okay. We're going to click it and hit proceed. So we're going to start up on the top left hand corner. We're going to go through some of the tabs just to get you familiar with what's all here. In File, we can open programs, delete, save, view log. There's some things we just don't need to know at this point. This is just a basic run through of what this Frex16 program can do and how to run it. So this is not going to be super detailed. Tools, not much we need to know there at this point. In the Web tab, we have, I do want to show you this frequency list. And I'm going to click this tab here. So these are the frequency lists it's going to reference most. The CAFL list. So with this, it says abdominal pain is 10,000 hertz, 3,000 hertz, 95, and 3 hertz. Okay, and then you could go down to any kind of ailment. Just to let you know, that's where a lot of the frequencies and programs it's going to reference from this website. For example, next to the Web tab, you can have all the letters in the alphabet. And for example, we look this one up, abdominal pain, and it's going to say from the CAFL list the frequencies that it referenced. Okay. We could go down the list. Acne. We have a list of frequencies that are going to show up in this table here, and it's going to give you some. It's going to give you a description here, maybe some tips. Run for 6 minutes. Run this frequency for 6 minutes. You know, this some really good tips. You can even add on to this description. You can edit this, and maybe you found out that it was actually better to do longer, and you said 10 minutes. Okay. So now it's 10 minutes. Not that you had to change it, but just knowing that you can do that, it might be good to know. So on this top panel with the alphabet, you can go to anything that you want to look up. Gallbladder pain, gallstones. You can find things through here, or you can go into the search bar and we'll put in pain, and you get all sorts of things, pain of cancer, general pain of infection. Again, you're going to get a description, maybe some tips, and your frequencies that will help pain. We can search a frequency. So let's do 100, and we're going to click frequency right here. Okay, so all these will have 100 in the frequency table. And now we want to get these frequencies over to this side where we can run a program. For example, so lung, sinus bacteria, it says it comes from that website, CAFL. That's where it's referenced, and then these frequencies we want to put into this table in order to run the program. And how we're going to do that is on the bottom left hand corner, send to buffer. You're going to click that, and let's view buffer, and it should be in there. Now we can put a whole bunch of different ailments and issues in here. For example, lung, we'll go back to pain. Let's do hip pain. and we'll push send buffer. Okay, now we're going to view buffer, make sure it's in there. So we still have the lung, and we have hip pain. Let's do something else. Let's do arteries. Oh, no arteries. How about blood? Okay, let's do no. Oh, okay, use hypertension. Alright, let's do this. And there we have our frequencies. We want to be able to put these frequencies into the program manager area. So we're going to send to buffer. Let's view it. Just make sure everything's there. Okay. Oh, there's one other thing I'm going to go back to. Okay. Alright. This will be important. I'm going to send this to the buffer. Now that we have the things that we want to put into the program manager, we're going to hit buffer, and by default it's going to put the frequency that you put in there, and about 300 seconds is going to be 5 minutes. So the first frequency will run for 5 minutes, and the second frequency will run for 5 minutes, and so on. So the Sentient Element does not do low frequencies, such as anything below 6 and under. So this 3 is a problem. We can either change it by just putting in another number. We could change it like that, or we can delete this. So we deleted that out of the program manager. I'm going to insert. I'm going to insert 3 back in. Okay, I just added one by hitting insert. So I'll do that again. Insert, and you can add anything you want. 10, and let's do 5 minutes, 300 seconds, and it should be in there. Should be under it. Yeah, there it is. 10. Alright, so knowing that Sentient Element does not do anything below 6 Hertz, you're going to either change it just by plugging in a different number or deleting it, or we have another table under this. In this table, we can automatically change. I'm going to unclick both the dot and the square and just click the binary limit low frequency. So it won't play anything. It will change all the numbers that are lower than 7. So let's say you had a really long list and a lot of them could be under 7 Hertz, and I want to change that. I just hit apply, and it's going to change them automatically to a higher number. So this is how we customize a program to run the Sentient Element. Below the chart, you'll see the duration. So this is how much time, if you were to run all these frequencies for 5 minutes, it would take an hour and a half. So let's say I actually only had an hour instead of an hour and a half. I can decrease, and that's really nice. These buttons, you can increase frequency and decrease frequency. But on this side, you can adjust the time. You can increase the time and decrease the time. Okay, so we have our program just right. We have all the time set, and we want to save this. We want to be able to come back to this specific one because it has hip pain. It has our hip pain session. It has pain in general, and it has our blood, or it's low blood pressure. Sorry. Alright, now we want to save this, and we go up to the left hand corner on the File tab, save program, and we're going to put in a title for this file, hip blood pain. Save, and over here we have default hip blood pain, and it should be saved in there. We can close this. Now we'll open a new program. Let's do cancer basic. We'll load that one in. You saw how all these frequencies changed. We're going to close this out. This is the cancer basic. We want to open up the one that we just made. Open up hip blood pain, load, and we got everything back to what it was. This is the end of this video of how to customize a program and use Frex16. The next video we will go on to how to actually run the frequency out to the coil.